Okay, good morning everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Capstone Symposium for the Master of Advanced Studies program in Marine Biodiversity and Conservation. My name is Samantha Murray, and I'm the Executive Director of this program. We are broadcasting live from Scripps Institution of Oceanography at UC San Diego in La Jolla, California. This is ancestral traditional lands of the Kumeyaay people. And the Kumeyaay people, like all Native Californians, all Native Americans in California, have inhabited California lands and waters for thousands of years. We are privileged to work alongside the Kumeyaay who continue to inhabit these lands today as we do our work together at Scripps. They have lived here since time immemorial, and we celebrate their stewardship and their leadership. We can give a round of applause for that. It's an extraordinary honor to be here with you in person, and for all of you at home or at work live streaming, thank you for joining us today. We are here to celebrate the work our 25 master's students have completed during their time here at Scripps. And our master's program is a little bit different. We teach professionals about marine ecosystems through an interdisciplinary, hands-on curriculum in ocean science, in economics, in policy, and in ethics. And we talk about the impact of colonialism on conservation. We amplify the importance of communities, and we always keep an eye towards storytelling and science communication. Because gone are the days of silver bullet, single discipline solutions for our planet. We can't affect change on ocean policy without also understanding marine ecology. We can't protect biodiversity without also enhancing access by nature-deprived communities. We can't face our global emergency on climate without also facing our reckoning on race and equity. And we have to consider economics and also think about future generations. So as a result, the work you'll hear about today is innovative, it's relevant, and it's interdisciplinary by design. So our students were professionals before they came here to Scripps. They had jobs, they had full careers even, and entire lives before we got to meet them. The MAS MBC program brings together educators, filmmakers, marketing experts, military veterans, lawyers, photographers, community organizers, boat captains, dive instructors, and even the occasional jeweler or correctional facility manager, insurance salesperson, or reality TV producer. So as is true every year, the group of 25 students that we've got here today, they started out as strangers. And that's what makes the work we do here in the MAS MBC program so innovative. We're all different. We have varied areas of expertise, even among our leadership in the MBC program, and we have varied lived experiences. We celebrate these differences because it's what makes us special and it's what makes this program work. So it does feel important to say in this particular moment, so I'm going to say it really clearly, we very much value diversity and representation in our program and at Scripps. Yeah, we can clap for that. That means diversity in professional expertise, diversity in lived experience, diversity in backgrounds. We find extraordinary value in differences of culture, in circumstance and worldview. These differences represent experiential assets, in our view, that strengthen the MAS MBC program and the work that we do. We know that state, national, and global policy outcomes are better when we have marginalized and underserved communities, not just at the table, but in leadership roles. So toward that end, the MAS MBC program is committed to doing what we can to counteract historic legacies of exclusion and push for justice, equity, and inclusion in the ocean conservation movement, which for a long time, for way too long, has been led mostly by people who look just like me. So we do recruit, admit, and welcome students from broad and diverse backgrounds. It has been, it is now, and it will continue to be a priority for us. We're all better for it, and so is the ocean. And I'm going to clap for that too. So while students are with us, they meet their future colleagues in the cohort while growing their own professional network. And when our students graduate, they become part of a powerful group of MAS MBC alumni. So you're looking here at a very busy hodgepodge of MAS MBC alumni who go on to lead at NGOs, in government, in academia, and in the private sector. Anyone who has done this program knows that our alumni are like family. Whether they're from your cohort or from another cohort, they're always going to be there for you as mentors, connectors, teachers, friends, and content experts. Some of our students here you're going to hear from today many of our students worked with alumni on their capstone projects. So they're never more than an email away to give back to the program and to our people. The first MAS MBC cohort graduated in 2005. So that makes this the 20-year anniversary. Yeah. This revolutionary program was founded in 2005 under the leadership of Dr. Jeremy Jackson and Dr. Nancy Knowlton. And after this week, we will have about 365 MAS MBC alumni who are leading at the highest levels in these sectors. So we're so proud, we're really grateful, and we want to share a brief video that Hannah Tannenbaum, MAS MBC 2019, made to celebrate our 20th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Eric Walton. I am a 2023 MAS MBC alumni.
Aloha, my name is Bert Weeks, class of 2019.
Hi, I'm Callie Turner Tomaszewicz. I graduated in 2009.
Hi, my name is Tyler He. I'm from the 2018 class of the MBC program.
Hi, I am Patricia. I was a proud international student of the program MAS MBC.
Hello from Florida. My name is Chase Martin and I am from the MAS MBC class of 2015.
The master's program has impacted my career because during that time I developed my professional network.
The MAS MBC program really provided me with a knowledge base and the set of skills that were necessary to advance my career in the direction that I wanted to take it, to work on collaborative, human and ocean positive policy solutions.
I've traveled around the country for various jobs, from DC to Maui, and even returned to Scripps to work in the communications office, which was such a highlight of my career.
One of the biggest things that happened during that time was that in working for my capstone, I met the scientists across the street at NOAA's Southwest Fisheries Science Center. Many years later, I am a full-time employee at the Southwest Fisheries Science Center in the Marine Turtle Ecology and Assessment Program.
The MAS MBC program has helped my career by teaching me how to communicate really complicated scientific facts to just everyday people.
Some of my best friends are from the cohort, as well as one of my best memories. One of them is from our day at sea. We passed through a pod of feeding blue whales, and I got to look one in the eye as it surfaced, and I swear it was like seeing God. It was incredible.
My favorite memory from the program was probably our last fish cookout. A few of us had been regularly doing fish cookouts using locally caught fish from the Tuna Harbor dockside market. And it's one of our last hurrahs together with fish caught by local fishermen that we had built relationships with just felt all the more meaningful and all the more special.
I met the professor who later became my mentor during my doctoral studies. Today I'm a college professor, and recently one of my students has joined the Scripps Master's program, which is pretty neat.
The thing that I'll remember most from the MBC program will have to be the environment and the people. Being able to spend each day down by the beach in La Jolla with my awesome classmates and the amazing faculty and staff really just made the entire experience in that entire year one that was so collaborative and creative and fun.
And my favorite memory from the program is probably my friends, colleagues, friends for life that helped me the journey. We know it's an intense program and it was home away from home.
My favorite memory is meeting people who shared similar enthusiasm and passion about the oceans.
I can't thank the program enough for everything that has done for me. It truly changed my life. Thank you to the MAS MBC program for everything, and congratulations on the 20th anniversary.
Congratulations, MBC program, on 20 years of bringing ocean leaders together. We are all better for it.
Congratulations for these 20 years.
Follow for everything Scripps.
So many thanks to Hannah for making that film, and so many thanks, so much gratitude to our alumni. You really are our favorite. We can't wait for you to join the ranks of the Alumni Network and be our favorites right alongside them. So I don't know about everyone in this room, but the energy of this day, of our alumni, of the 25 students here today is just what I need. The enthusiasm, the talent, the courage of our master's students is infectious and, for me, necessary in this moment. Now, I've been on the planet longer than most of our students, not all of our students, but most of our students, and I do have more experience in this particular field than our students, but we learn together, and I learn from them. And at a time when the limits of civil rights, human rights, reproductive rights, employment rights, the right to education, our right to clean air and clean water, our right to academic freedom and freedom of speech, and our constitutional rights are being tested each day, I'm so grateful for these students, for their ideas, for their bravery, for their creativity, for their grit, and for the focus. I gotta take a moment to get personal for a second. It really gives me hope for my own kids and their future. It means something personal to me to be among these students this year in particular, with their fresh perspectives, their unique points of view, and yes, to celebrate all of our differences. When I myself feel overwhelmed and have felt overwhelmed this year with all that I can't control in this world, I know I can affect change, even at a small scale, by talking through what's happening in the world with students and working together to understand it. Because make no mistake, it's an extraordinary time to be a student of science, of policy, of economics, but also of democracy and society and behavior. We're at a critical moment in humanity, and I'm grateful to be among these exact students in this exact time. Just on environment and an ocean, there are sweeping changes underway that will have lasting impacts on our future. So there's a lot of work to do. And today you'll see presentations that are a direct response to and meet this moment. Our students have designed curricula, collected data, crunched numbers, written scientific papers, made films, made websites, done a feasibility study, examined a draft environmental impact statement, and even made a zine. What's a zine? You'll find out later. I hope you're able to stay tuned. So you'll hear about projects on the role of local communities in creating conservation solutions, how everyday people can contribute to science, diversity and representation in education, the importance of public comments and civic engagement, disparities in coastal access, the colonization of conservation, the militarization of ocean science, forecasting oil spills in the Arctic, and human-wildlife conflict in urban areas. So I'm grateful to these students, these exact ones, because as a new test balloon is launched every day by the government in a dizzying effort to see if people are paying attention, we are paying attention. And we're learning together, and we're reminding each other it's not a time to be fearful or timid. It's a time to find our own strong voices, to be compassionate, to be bold, and to be innovative. Yes. So we take research cruises like you would expect at Scripps. We go out on the RV Sproul with Dr. Greg Rouse, and we perform biodiversity sampling at different depths, and we look at trends over the years. We spend time in the lab looking at our findings under microscopes. We tour the world-renowned Scripps collections and look at specimens from 2 centuries ago and learn why in the world we still need these jars of ocean animals after all this time. We also learn to make films from professional filmmakers like Lev and Mariah. And yes, and we perfect our storytelling arcs, learning to operate equipment and edit from soup to nuts. And you'll see films today that are a direct outgrowth of the training we got this summer. This summer, we spent a week with iconic scientists like Dr. Daniel Pauly, Dr. Jeremy Jackson, and many, many other impressive experts who took time to be here with us. we got to hear firsthand from Daniel and Jeremy about return visits to their graduate study sites, learning firsthand about shifting baselines in the most concrete and tangible way. We also learned about GOLT. That's a little bit of an inside joke for our cohort, but we got to spend a lot of time with these guys. We toured the Southwest Fisheries Science Center across the street where NOAA is housed. We visited baby abalone there. We scratched our sea turtle itch. We looked at marine mammal skulls, and we learned about cow coffee, which has one of the longest running data sets there is in the ocean. You'll learn more about cow coffee today, because it also is one of the Capstone projects that students did. We spent a week at the USC Wrigley Research Station at Catalina. We practiced doing field work underwater. We laid transect tape, and we felt the surge of Little Harbor. And we looked at what happens inside compared to outside of marine protected areas. We looked at geological features above the surface to better understand how this island of Catalina came to be. We met fishermen, so many fishermen. So many visits to Tuna Harbor Dockside Market. And we had fishermen come to speak to us, even in ocean law and policy, to learn more about what really is behind the curtain on a fishery like set gill netting. But we also took our skills on the road to UN climate negotiations at COP, UN biodiversity negotiations at another COP, and to Sacramento for California Ocean Day. We lobbied with legislators and agency heads on California's ocean and coastal bills. You see, our program students and graduates have far-reaching impacts at the local, state, national, and global scale, where we quite literally are transforming the face of ocean conservation leadership, both in approach and in representation. At MAS MBC, we take this responsibility very seriously, and we build community and friendship and joy while we do it. There was an extraordinary layering of challenging circumstances co-occurring this academic year, and these realities continued throughout the year. But looking back, there was so much camaraderie, so much growth, and so much joy, and I feel absolutely privileged to have been a part of it because I needed it too.
This is so good. We're going swimming in the moonlight.
Salty.
Like what access is and co-opting what justice is, and like it's
Just why is this so grainy?
We have Hey, this is nice.
Nice. Yeah. That was epic.
Oh, these are really fun. I like that.
Three world-class research
How can you tell you've got a dude, Evan?
Oh, I have a dude. I think those are testes.
I'm just gonna do it. Hope she can breathe in that. That's so cute. Yeah. Yeah. This is really good. Oh yeah. Yeah, dolphins. I knew we'd see some on the way home.
Many thanks to Hannah Tannenbaum for that film, too. You're the best, Hannah. So to our students who will graduate this week, thank you. You inspire us, and we are grateful and honored to be here with you. These times that can feel hard, cause anxiety, feel hopeless, there's so much hope in this room today. The room is brimming with hope, I would say. So as you go forward and you look back on those of us who you've spent the last year with you, please learn from our wins, learn from our mistakes, and then stand on our shoulders and take your fresh and innovative ideas and lead. In the future, we'll continue to work alongside you and support you. But for now, let's just soak up this day. Let's soak up today's Capstone Symposium and all that it inspires. And after that, let's get to work, because it's all hands on deck and there's a ton of stuff to do. And we can't wait to work alongside you. All right, before we begin the program, I just want to take a moment to thank some of the folks who made this program possible today. Thank you to Romy, Andrew, the AV support team in the back, to the PhD students who mentor our students and work with students on their capstone committees, to all of our wonderful MAS MBC alumni for stepping up in mentorship panels, capstone advising, alumni happy hours, to Risa Farrell for all her alumni support, to individuals and external organizations like the Department of Fish and Wildlife, the Nature Conservancy, Wait, and Trout Unlimited, and many other organizations who mentor our students, to donors who have supported us this year. Your funds allowed students to access our program who might not have otherwise been able to, and to travel to Sacramento, to the Philippines, to Baja. You're the reason we're able to bring iconic leaders to our students. So if any of you watching online would like to donate to this program, please do click on the information in the YouTube and feel free to support us for this next cohort coming in. I want to thank all of our 2024 summer course instructors for agreeing to join us this year. We appreciate your service to support our students. Isabel, Jen, Mark, Dick, Octavio, Kiara, Christian, and all the faculty and staff at UCSD and Scripps who spend time with us and mentor our students. Thanks to Vice Chancellor Margaret Leinen, to the SIO department, especially Denise, Maureen, Josh, Shelley, Carrie, Lahini, Eric, and Kira. To Steve Bennett, our tireless communication consultant. To Lev, our summer filmmaking leader. To Daphna and Sydney for being wonderful TAs both in the summer and in ocean law and policy. To Hannah Tannenbaum for being an absolute pillar and delightful co-pilot in supporting and advising our students, and just being an all-around magician for saving the day all the time. To our faculty co-chairs, Greg Rouse and Mariah Garnett, faculty co-chairs who support and advise our students throughout the year, and most importantly, to the 25 students, yourselves, for choosing our program, for sticking with it, for having great ideas, and for sharing them with us today. Thanks so much to all of you. All right, a reminder to please, if you're watching the YouTube live online, please go ahead and just put your questions or comments in the chat. We'll see them and we can ask them in real time. And there should be a banner below if you're international and want to WhatsApp Hannah. If you have questions, we can ask those too. Please join us at Scripps, MASNBC, on Instagram if you want to follow along on social media. And for those in the room, the bathrooms are back there. All right, with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for indulging me in these extensive comments, but I really wanted to tee it up because we're about to hear just really groundbreaking, innovative, fresh ideas, and I'm so excited for you to hear what we've been learning alongside students all year long. All right.